Hey, welcome back to the Cowboy Slots channel. My name is Mark, and today we're going to do something exciting. We are going to talk about payback percentage. This is something that you've probably heard a lot, either while watching our videos or watching other videos or people talking about it in the casino, etc. But there's actually more to it than you probably realize. And what we want to do is try to clear it all up today so that you guys have a better understanding of what the payback percentage actually means to you in the short term and also in the long term. So we're going to go through a couple of examples today. I'm going to show you what the return to player statistics mean. These are the actual documents that are produced by the state gaming commissions, where it shows you what the return to player actually was during a certain time frame. And I'm going to show you an example of that and walk through what it looks like. And then we're going to talk about what the payback percentage is set on the machine itself. Those two numbers are completely different, guys. They are not the same number. And it's important that you realize that because it will change the way that you look at a machine when you sit down to play it. All right, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is the return to player statistics. Now, these are actual results given a certain period of time produced from a certain casino or a group of casinos, a jurisdiction, etc. And I'm going to throw up a document here from the state of Nevada's jurisdiction where you can see basically a breakdown of all of the hold and return to player information. You can see here on the left, you can see the different slot machine denominations, and then over here in the middle, you can see what the return to player statistics actually were. Now, it's important that you guys realize that this number, or these numbers here, are what has actually happened. This is the end result over this period of time, on average, on all the machines inside of a casino or all the machines inside of the state. So that is what that number is. It will fluctuate up and down depending on a lot of factors, like how busy the casinos are, how much play they're getting on each of those denominations, as well as other factors like new machines coming in and out, etc. It does not mean that they are changing the payback percentage on the machine. We're going to talk about that next. These numbers will fluctuate because they are an average of what has actually been returned to the player during that period of time. All right, so before we jump into this, I just want to clarify, again, return to player statistics is what the actual result was over a certain period of time, averaged out on all the machines inside of a casino or all the machines within a state jurisdiction. So that's what that number comes from. But what we're about to do an experiment on is the actual payback percentage settings on a real slot machine. This is not one that is programmed any differently than what you find in a casino. We're going to walk through it. I'm going to show you the menus. I'm going to show you how I set the payback percentage. We're going to do 200 spins. I'm going to speed it up so you guys don't have to sit through a lot of dead spins. We'll probably slow it down during the bonuses so we can have some fun. But at the end, I'm actually going to show you the accounting record inside of the back end of these machines on each of the payback percentages that we play through so you can kind of see what happens in the short term. 200 spins is a pretty reasonable amount of spins for an average person that goes into a casino to play slots. And so we picked that number because it's kind of a good average amount of spins that you would probably play if you went into a casino. So it's a good way to kind of get a feeling on what could happen inside of that limited sample size there. All right, and as everything on this channel, what we're trying to do is educate you guys as much as possible so that you go in with the best information. All of the strategies and tips that we talk about, such as bankroll management, playing those lower volatile games, things like that, still hold true, even ignoring the fact that a game payback percentage may be low or high. Those things don't really matter in the short term. The things that we teach you on this channel do matter in the short term, and that's why we focus heavily on those things. Like I said, the bankroll management, knowing when to quit and walk away, not chasing progressives, looking for the low volatile games, those types of things are things that you have control over and that you can make a difference in your play on a slot machine. All right, let's get started on our spins, and we're going to start with the highest payback percentage, as I said before, and let's go through and verify. We'll go to accounting, we will go to game, we will go to the game here, and look, it is zeroed out, games played 0, the weighted theoretical return is 98.09%, and so after this, we should have a counter of 200 here, and we'll see what the return is. All right, let's get started. I'll back out of this, exit out of that, get the volume up, get the brightness up, and we're gonna play some pinball. Now I'm gonna play this at 3 times speed, because we're going to be going through 800 spins total in this this video. So to spare you guys some time, we'll speed it up during the dead spins. But anytime there's a bonus, I will slow it down. We'll play the bonus out just to have a little bit of fun. Other than that, let me get my counter all ready and put the $1,000 into the machine. sorry, I was just looking for the ticket here. So $1,000 in, counter's ready to go. And let's get going. Ready, guys? I think that was spin 200. Let me just look at the accounting and verify before I show you guys the results. Make sure I didn't miscount anything. Nope, I did not. 200. All right, so the return to player on this one was 92.67%. So still not quite up to 98, but still did pretty good. All right, so let me take a screenshot of this and then we will reset the machine and we will do it at a lower payback percentage and see what we end up with. All right, guys, we have reset the machine and now we're gonna start on the next payback percentage test, and I'm gonna show you what it is currently set to. We're gonna be going with the lowest possible on this game, and that is 85.57 to 87.77. So about 12%, 12 to 14% less than the top payback percentage available on this machine. All right, we're gonna do the same 200 spins and let's see what happens. I've got the $1,000 in, got my counter all ready to go. Let's get the brightness up, volume up, and let's get going. that's the last spin, so let's go look at the accounting record and see where we ended up on this one. All right, guys, now look at this. Oh, we did 201 spins, so we just take one spin off. My mistake. But here's a theoretical payout here, 87.77%. This is what was actually paid out, 166.67. All right, so let's talk about these results now. All right, guys, I can hear you already. Mark, what the heck was that? How did that even happen? You mean to tell me that we set something to 97 or 98% and it paid back 93%? And then we set something to 85% and it paid back 166%. Is the machine broken? Is this not? No, this is completely legit, guys. And these are how slot machines work. This is a very typical result. And so here's the thing that I want to talk about here. So a lot of people think that casinos will go in and change payback percentages, you know, because the weekend's coming up and there's going to be big crowds, or they're going to change the payback percentage just for a holiday and then return it back to normal. The thing is that in such a short term, there's no way to predict that they will earn or lose money within that short term. And that's why they do not change payback percentages that frequently, if at all. They buy a machine, they set it to the payback percentage that they have decided to do for that denomination, and then it sits there because they know there will be swings up and down where they will be losing some weeks, winning other weeks, but in the end, after about 10 million pulls, the payback percentage that they set it to will be there. And so even though we saw 166% return on an 85% setting, if we played that game another 9 million times, that number would eventually get to that 85%. The important thing for you to understand, and the reason this is important for you, is that even if, let's just say that the casinos did change the payback percentage on the weekend or for a holiday or anything like that, the thing is that it could still be a paying machine during that short period of time. So that's why they don't do it. They don't need to do it. It doesn't make any sense for them to go through the trouble of changing a payback percentage on a machine in the short term. It makes zero sense. So you should feel comfortable that when you walk in and you do play a slot machine, that you are not worrying about the payback percentage. Stick to what we talk about. Play the low volatile games. Stick within your budget. Don't push your luck. Stay away from those stupid penny machines. We can't say it enough, guys. Yes, they're fun and exciting to play, but they're not good games to play because of the volatility. If you stick to our strategies and you don't get so worried and concerned about these payback percentages and what people are telling you about casinos seeing who is playing and turning a dial that will change the way that game is going to play out, look, they could do that. Let's say that they did do that. Again, it won't make any difference in the short term. And that, as you can see from this experiment, and I only ran through this once, you know, and we can do this live if you guys want to see it live. Listen, we know how these slot machines work. This is a very typical result. And if you look at a par sheet, it will tell you the same thing, that over a short period of time, you could get very big variance in payback percentage and return to the player. So it's all about the big, long game. It's all about the averages. So guys, from now on, please do not get so focused on payback percentage. It's a marketing thing. It's a thing to distract you from what is important, and that's what we teach about on this channel. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed this experiment. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. If you have any other questions, leave it in the comment section below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. But guys, thanks so much. I'm Mark for Cowboy Slots.
Thanks so much for watching. Check out these other videos and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more slot tips. It's always free. Visit ropethejackpot.com for free guides and a whole lot more. Catch you on the next episode.